the Ravens lost tonight. And I've been saying what I've been saying about Mark Andrews for about a year now after he went down, and then Isaiah Likely had his breakout season last season. Ever since Isaiah Likely had his breakout season in 2023, I thought it would be a good idea that we trade Mandrews for some more hardware. I thought it would be a good idea that we would trade Mark Andrews because I feel like we're past the need for him right now. I don't think he fits well with the offense. And I'm not just saying this because he tremendously failed tonight. He tremendously failed tonight. But I've already been saying Mark Andrews is not the same that he was before. Before he was Lamar's only weapon and they couldn't get it done together before. And now he single-handedly kind of gave the game away. But that wasn't the only reason the game was given away. That's not the only reason we lost the game, because at the end of the day, where was Derrick Henry on that last drive? Okay, you want to get the passing game going so you have enough time on the clock. You don't have to keep using timeouts. That's fine. But once you're already down the field and you're in the red zone, Derrick Henry should have been running it down, running time off the clock, and he should have at least been there for the 2-point conversion. Because at the end of the day, now I'm going to get into coaching. Because at the end of the day, why do we need to leave a minute and a half left on the clock anyway when we're going to potentially tie the game with 8 points? That's coaching malpractice. We had enough time to run the ball. We did. We had enough time to run the ball, and we didn't. We got away from it at the very last minute. I want to know where Henry was. I don't know if anyone here has tuned into the press conference yet, but I want to hear about where Henry was during that last drive. Where was he on the 2-point conversion? And what was Mark Andrews doing? Isaiah Likely was extremely clutch, and he's been clutch in big moments, usually during these games. For me, it's just a contract thing, and it's if this single-handedly messed up our season, even though we made the most foul mistakes in the first half, we were still within game's reach the whole time. We played at our worst in a while. Everyone played at their worst in a while, and we were still right there, but we didn't know how to punch back for some reason, and that's on coaching for not knowing how to punch back properly. I mean, we were punching back, and then Mark Andrews fumbled, and not only did he fumbled, and then he stayed there. He froze after he fumbled. He literally watched the ball leave his hands, and he ain't dive for it or nothing. I need you to that ball. I need you to dive for that ball. I need you to not care about nothing else and go for the ball, because why are you just standing there? Why are you just standing here and the ball just got punched out of your arm? Next thing on me, always clocking the Ravens. When the Ravens posted that it was game day on Instagram this morning, I literally said, protect the football. I said protect the football. There was no ball security at all throughout this game. Wow. Turnover machines. And that's another thing I've been saying, that the Bills would be banking on turnovers, and they did, and they won. We can't be mad. They outcoached us. They had a better strategy. They knew the type of offense that they were dealing with, a very elite offense. So, how do you win the game against an elite offense that you match up poorly against? Turnovers. You win the turnover battle and you give the ball back to your offense, and you can trust that they'll put the points on the board. I mean, like it was still a 50-50 because our defense was supposed to be on a way higher par than how we played today. Like, our defense didn't step up to the occasion either. We weren't dominant like how we usually are. It was mid. Like, they ran all over us. They made the right plays. Like, yeah, we made stops near the end, but too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. And, I was praying that the Bills would just go for it on 4th and goal because I just knew they would get the stop. But because they are so, well coached and, they had such a good strategy, they're like, let's kick the field goal and just hope that they don't get the 8. And then we didn't get the 8. We didn't get the 8, even though Lamar, he had, that final drive, he was clutch. He was clutch. But I started feeling sick when I realized that we really weren't going to run this ball. They didn't even give Derrick Henry a chance in the second half to break out. I feel like I was just going off, but everyone messed up so bad. Everyone messed up so bad tonight. And, the main thing is ball security. That's all we needed. Ball security, and we didn't have that. We didn't have ball security. So now I'm still not done. Let's talk about next season because our season's over again. That hurt my heart to say. Our season is over. And it's kind of like, you know you're a good team. You should know you're a good team, but you do stupid stuff. And it's the season didn't have to be over. It didn't have to be this way, guys. It didn't have to be this way. That leaves a sour taste in my mouth. But now that the season's over, this is going to go one of two ways now that the season is over. It will go one of two ways. They will the Ravens organization will have a come to Jesus moment, and they'll realize, it's time to tear all this stuff up. It's time for a fresh start. Getting so close but not getting there doesn't mean, we'll get there next year. You have to start looking at the new era, the new age. And it doesn't just start with Mark Andrews. It's very easy to scapegoat Mark Andrews right now, but y'all all know that it starts with coaching. You guys all know this is where it stems from. Coaching. Yeah, the coach can't make Mark Andrews catch the ball or not fumble the ball. That's all on him. But the game, it's the fact that it even got to this point. It's time to change things up because at the end of the day, you guys didn't have Henry on the last drive, so I'm not just going to go blaming, Mark Andrews when you guys didn't have Henry out. Was he hurt or something? I don't know. He had to have been hurt. That had to have been the reason because if he wasn't hurt, there's no reason that he wasn't out. Yeah, we made the completions. We ran, we went down the field. It was quiet. It was very close. It was a nail biter through and through. Even with all our turnovers and mistakes, the game still managed to be a nail biter. We didn't punch back. We got punched and we didn't punch back. So, anyways, I had to get that rant there. Next season, new coaching. John, you've had like an era with the Ravens. You guys won Super Bowl, and you did like see and believe in Lamar. Like you guys had some great years together. He could leave. We don't need John Harbaugh as a coach. What is the purpose of John Harbaugh as a coach? Y'all can't think of one. Yeah, he's been doing okay. Like near the end of the season and in the game against the Steelers, he did fine. He did fine, but Harbaugh is not a winning coach. Harbaugh's not a winning coach. He's not. So it's time to get rid of Harbaugh, and it's time for new hardware. Like, the young guys are stepping up and they're doing their thing. The young guys, besides Lamar and Derrick Henry, we have Isaiah Likely. We have Kyle Hamilton. Like, Isaiah Likely, Kyle Hamilton. I don't know how old Tylan Wallace is, but we low-key have him too. Like, Tylan is always clutch. Yeah, he put up that stinker on special teams against the Eagles, but you guys can't name one game where he wasn't clutch this season or last season. Like, he's clutch. We got Nate Wiggins. His ceiling's high. He didn't even reach his ceiling yet. Who else? We have, are the rest of our young guys? Oh, Bate. We have Zay and Bate. We have Bate and Zay. Like, we have Rashad Bateman and Zay Flowers. They've been the ones who've been doing it for us this season besides Lamar and Henry. Marlon Humphrey had a great year too. Like, he's more veteranish, but, he's still young. And Kyle Van Noy has been an amazing addition, an amazing veteran, but it's just time for some new hardware. Like, Baltimore gotta stop being cheap, and I've been saying that. I've been saying they've been acting cheap. Like you guys aren't serious about winning, and it's clear. Like, we could put the finger here, and here, but at the end of the day, that organization has been cheap. Okay. Yeah, finally, invest in Derrick Henry. Like, how long did that take? This was Lamar's 7th season. How long did that take? Like, we're not serious as an organization, and, like, when they say just regular season team, it's like, well, how could you say you're not a regular season team when you always manage to mess up in the postseason? Regular season merchant or whatever. So, again, I've been pushing for the Mark Andrews trade. If you guys saw my first live stream that I did for the season against the Chiefs during halftime, I said I thought it would be a good idea to trade Mark Andrews because we would actually get get something good back for Mark Andrews because he's still valuable. Like, he's still valuable. He still has trade value. I said we should have traded Mark Andrews. I said that in the first stream when I made my video about Isaiah Likely stepping up in Mark Andrews' absence, and the offense didn't miss a beat. And I hope there's someone in here that can correct me if I'm wrong or validate me when I say, what wasn't Mark Andrews coming off of injury in 2019 when he like caused that interception, like literally the first drive of the game against the Titans. And like this just reminded me of 2019 all the way. Like, wasn't he just coming? Like, I feel like he was out for a bit, and then he came back, and then we lost. And then last year he was out. We were doing great. He came back for the AFC Championship game, and we lost. And he was healthy this season. But he fumbled and he dropped an easy 2-point conversion. Like having the season end in the hands or non-hands of like Mark Andrews is insane, guys. It's insane. Yeah. So that's it. Now I don't gotta tell people like my thoughts and stuff like that, because I know people gonna be in my phone. Oh yeah, no, I'm still gonna talk my ish against the Bills. Like y'all was still pissing yourselves. Like, it was still a nail biter, and we played at our worst, and it was still a nail biter at our worst. Like, Lamar's stats were still good. It was a nail biter even when we played at our worst. Like the game was so close. The game, it was a 2-point game. Like, we played like trash, and it was a 2-point game. So, what? I'm sorry, because I've been said get rid of my. Anyone who's tuned into this live, I'm going to link my old videos about Mark Andrews, or where I mention Mark Andrews. And yeah, I hope that we just stop being so comfortable all the time with keeping people for so long. No other team is afraid to like trade and make upgrades. Like, everyone else does what they have to do or sign who they need to sign. But Baltimore is always trying to take like a shortcut or do like just a little bit and think that that's going to get us somewhere, as if that's going to put us on the Chiefs level. We could never be on the Chiefs level, because the Chiefs know how to invest in their talent. They know how to invest in their coaching. That's why even though they were playing like straight up not great this season, they still ended up with the number 1 seed. It's because of the organization. That's good. That's a good organization. That's good coaching. But all goes back up to the organization. So, yeah, it's so easy to scapegoat Mark Andrews. It's so easy to because like he did mess up. He did mess it up for us. It was devastating. And yeah, I do think like he should go, but what, we gonna have something new to blame every season? And yeah, Lamar did not have a good first half at all, but he had a pretty decent second one. But I still feel like the play calling wasn't great, and I still feel like he could have picked up a few more yards. I still feel like Lamar could have ran a bit more. Like, shoot, it's your season on the line. It's time to put it all on the line. Like, you're running before in the first half, just run. Like, the play calling sucks. So, that's all my post-game thoughts. If you guys want a video where we could talk about moves in the postseason, comment. Like,